Hello, and there is another very important type of question in maths at 11 plus is the dice questions. And what do I call it dice questions? Because there is a, if you roll a normal dice, there are six sides to it. It is a cube. All the shapes are squares. And what 11 plus people ask you, they show you a picture, then ask you what number will be in front of or opposite to that face of the dice. Okay, and what you need to do is you should have the knowledge of a thing called nets of cubes. I'm sure you've seen nets of cubes in primary school at some stage in maths. If you haven't, I'll show you now. And there are mainly the three different shapes you get in these dice questions, and these shapes are these type. Okay? I've drawn them. This is A, B, and C. There are three different nets of the cuboids, different type of nets of cuboids you can get, and I would like you to have a look at that. Pause the video here and work out what number do you think it is in front of number 3 in each dice. Okay, so work that out in dice A and dice B and dice C. What number will be opposite of number 3 in each dice? So work this out, then we show the solutions. So I'm sure you've worked it out. So let's figure it out, people. What I would like you to do at home, okay, draw this or cut this cube nets in with the scissors and make an actual cube and see what number is opposite, which face comes in opposite to that. There's no hard and fast rule for this. You have to actually get that visualization, that special sense of yours, so that you can see what happens. Okay, so I will try and show that to you now, and we can figure it out if your answers were right. So this is how I've cut the dice A, and I'm going to now do what cut around it to make this cube or the dice out of this. I'm sure you're going to do a better job than I did, but let's see, then we can see what numbers opposite to number 3. So as you can see, this is the net of dice A. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to fold this to make a cube out of that. And the question was what number is opposite to number 3? So it is actually, as you can see, it is number 6. Okay, number 6 is opposite to number 3. Okay, I mean, when you look at this makes slightly easier to see 3, and it has to be 1 away from 3, so it has to be number 6, because 1 away there's nothing there, 1 away there's nothing there, 1 away there's nothing there. This is the only thing face which has the gap of 1 face between 3 and 6. But it gets harder if they ask you what's in front of number 1 or number 2 or number 3. Okay, so this is dice A. So the answer to that question is, for dice A, it is 3 is opposite to 6. Okay, so we will do the other 2 now. Alright then, so this is dice B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this dice B to see what number is in front of number 3, opposite to number 3. So once again, the same logic worked here as well. That's a 4 and that is 3. So 3 is in front of or opposite to number 4. Okay, so that means there's only 2 numbers which have 1 gap there. So guys, obviously this logic doesn't work if they ask you what number is in front of 5. So you're going to be actually saying practice more and more of this to get better at this. Like I said, there's no formula of algebra or numbers which I can tell you. How do we figure this out? Okay, so in this case, once again, 3 is in front of 4. We will quickly see now what happens with dice C. So this is the net of dice C. So we're going to fold this again on this to make a cube out of this or make a dice out of this, and we will see what number is opposite to number 3. So that's our number 3 in here. The number which is opposite to that is number 5. Okay, so once again that same logic worked here. I mean, kind of. So 2, 3 is opposite to 5. Okay, so this is how we do the dice questions for 11 plus. Okay, and you only get better at it if you practice more, and that's it. I will come up with another skill later on. Thank you.